Well, this is one of those stories that's hard to believe is real, but it is. Across the country, teachers who've been kicked out of their classrooms, often for sexual abuse of students, are finding their ways back into other classrooms in other schools. USA Today just released the findings of a year-long investigation, an amazing series, into education officials putting kids in harm's way by making it easier for abusive teachers to find new jobs. Here now is USA Today investigative reporter Stephen Riley, who wrote it. I have to say, rare a newspaper series just rivets the reader. This is an amazing series that you did. I just want to throw up a couple of examples that you found. The first is a high school football coach from Orangefield, Texas, called Kip McFarland. Tell us about him.
Well, thanks for having me. The issue that we looked at is instances where teachers were disciplined for misconduct, lost their jobs in one school district. And what those school districts did often was secretly pass them along and kept the allegations of misconduct and what specifically happened secret, and allowed those teachers to move on to other public school systems or private school systems and obtain other jobs. And in this case of Kip McFarland in Texas, the football coach, this first school district investigated, found more than a half dozen instances where he made inappropriate comments to female high school students, and negotiated, in the correspondence we looked at, negotiated a graceful exit for this teacher from the school district.
Here's the school district attorney, Karen Johnson, in 2005 to the superintendent, quote, "This incident does not have to end McFarland's career." Unfortunately, it didn't end his career.
Exactly.
And he went on to what?
He went on to a neighboring school district where those statements that were inappropriate turned into physical conduct that was inappropriate. He's engaged in sexual misconduct with a student and is currently incarcerated. And that second school district had really no way of knowing what happened in the first school district because the misconduct wasn't reported to state authorities.
But what I find so amazing, okay, that's one part. But you had a couple of instances where the new employer called the old school and asked specifically, is there anything I should know about this guy? And the teacher, the abuser, was given a clean review by the previous school that knew better. Why would they lie on behalf of abusers?
In some cases that we looked at, they're all contractually obligated to give a neutral or positive recommendation to this teacher. It's the shorthand for it is passing the trash. The school district will sign a confidential settlement agreement to get rid of the teacher as expeditiously as possible. So in exchange for the teacher leaving the school district will agree not to tell prospective future employers what actually happened and what ended that teacher's employment at the school district.
This is unbelievable. So there's a guy in New Jersey in the Montville Township Public Schools, Jason Fennis. He signed a contract stating that only his positions and dates of employment would be given to future employers. And then he went on to a private school, and what happened?
He abused children at that private school, and he also recently pled guilty to molesting children once he arrived at that private school. So the public school had knowledge of misbehavior. They didn't want that teacher around their students anymore, but they just simply made him another school system's problem.
I assume he was being protected by the union in this case.
That plays a part in it. It's incredibly expensive and difficult to go through the proper channels in some cases to get rid of a problem teacher. And that's often why we see some of these agreements.
That's just unbelievable. This is really a great series. I cannot recommend it more highly. It lives on the web forever. And if you're watching this, you should read it in case you're in a good mood and want to change that. Stephen Riley, great piece.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.